Hey guys, I'm over here at Bakersfield Pool Supply, over here on Easton Drive. That's Hobby Lobby is right over there. The 99 freeway is over there. California is over here, right? So just wanted to tell you about Bakersfield Pool Supply. I have a lot of clients that they either have pools. Hey, there's Joe. He's the owner, right?
One of.
I'm gonna go talk to your wife real quick.
Okay.
Ask her some questions about what you guys do.
Okay.
So this is my favorite pool supply place, and here we are inside, right? So we have they have a pretty well stocked store. Val and Joe, right? You guys been in business for I think what 10 years or so?
Over that, almost 20 now.
Okay, so I have lots of clients, right, that are wanting to information about pool stuff. So if I have a buyer, so you, not only do you sell all the pool chemicals, but a lot of my buyers or sellers, they have a pool, they don't know how to maintain it, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk about my we'll talk about buyers and sellers side, but let's talk about my sellers first. Okay, so let's say they have a pool, and they just don't want to maintain it. They don't know how to maintain it anymore. They don't even. I have a lot of clients who's maybe the husband's been taking care of the pool, the wife doesn't know anything about the pool, but now the husband's out of the picture, and now the wife has to take care of it all, and she has no idea where to start with. Right? She knows it's good now. It's not green. It works, but now she doesn't know where to start. Right? What do you do for her?
Okay, she has options. One of her options would be to kind of get hands-on, where I can teach her how to maintain it during her selling process. In that case, I would build a rapport.
Mm-hmm.
She could bring me in a water sample, and from there I can test her chemicals and give guidance on exactly what to do on a weekly basis to help sustain the pool on her own.
So is that something that she just starts bringing pool samples in?
Bring it in. It's
So,
100%.
but she doesn't know even how to even work the system, right? She has no idea what a skimmer is, what anything is, how to work the filter,
Okay.
right?
If she wants to still kind of be hands-on, another thing that really aids in me giving the guidance and the training is to take pictures with your phone.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Of the pool equipment, anything regarding the pool, and I can just point and shoot.
That's a great idea. So they would need to take a picture of probably their filter.
Correct.
This is going to look like this here. So you need to know what their filter looks like. You need to know what their pool vacuum or cleaner looks like, right? So if they just take a picture of that stuff,
Yep.
that's a fantastic idea. So, and you won't charge them anything for that,
No,
right? So they just bring those
Bring
pictures
it
in. Bring pictures of your obviously of your pool, but of your vacuum or your cleaner and your filter, and you come talk to Val. Now, probably if they're going to do that, you're going to spend some time with them. So probably Saturday isn't the best day to do that. I know you're busy on
It's hit and miss.
Saturdays.
It's very hit and miss, but because we do like to devote as much time as we can to each individual. So I'm here every day of the week, including Saturdays.
Okay.
And we will devote the time no matter.
And one thing I love about Bakersfield Pool Supplies is, also take a picture of all the chemicals you have at your house already, because
Yeah.
I can tell you, Val isn't going to sell you something you don't need, right? So if you have it, she's going to say, hey, use it, right?
Oh yeah, that'll be one of the questions I'll ask. What do you have at home? Do you know what you have?
So get a
as I'm
list.
Making a list, I know.
You may not know what the soda ash is or, all that stuff. Just write it down about how much you have, and that way you don't have to buy it again, right?
Exactly.
That's a great
That's the
idea.
point.
So that won't cost them anything except for the price of the chemicals. So
Right.
so that's like the
free option.
The free option. Then you have the go out there once, right?
You can do like a one-time, go out there, spend the time with the customer. We would show them how to take care of that pool. We could even jump in and do any activities for her or him that would
Like-
need to be done so that they could take it from there. If it needs to be, we can identify, say, if it needs a filter cleaning or if it needs to
Uh-huh.
have shock treatment. We'd be able to give all that hands-on, one-on-one at the poolside advice, because sometimes you'll notice something glaring when you're there that we may not catch in a picture.
Oh, okay,
Here.
okay.
So that $85 service call gets you some serviceman at your house, one-on-one, to discuss with you and identify.
Okay, and about how much time do you spend on the site for
A
that?
minimum an hour, If
Okay.
the person needs more, we will take whatever time.
Okay, and who typically does that?
I have at least 2 to 3 qualified pool technicians here that are extremely qualified to do that.
Okay.
They've been doing this for many years, so they would be very qualified.
Okay, and they would be able to identify what kind of filter you have, whether
100%.
you know, you have this is a sand filter here, this is a cartridge filter, and
Yeah.
you also have, that's not a diatomaceous earth filter,
That
right?
happens to be a cartridge. So,
Okay,
but we would be able to identify if they do have a diatomaceous earth and all the special things to do.
Because it's really important what kind of filter you have
Very.
and how you're going to treat it, right? So if somebody just brings you a bottle but doesn't know anything about this stuff, they're going to kind of be maybe
It's
spending
only
more
a
money.
portion of the equation. The
Yeah.
chemicals is just a one piece of the pie.
Okay, so that's for a seller. So now she can learn how to, or they can learn how to properly maintain their pool.
Yeah.
Right. But let's say that they give that a shot, right? So that they come in here and they take pictures, and it's still, they're getting kind of frustrated. They pay the $85. You come out there and you show them what to do.
Yeah.
But now they don't have time.
Sure.
They're just getting behind, right? They don't love doing it, especially when it's 105 degrees outside.
For sure.
Right. So
We do offer weekly pool service, and many people that are in the selling process, because of the reasons you mentioned, opt to hire us to do weekly pool service during the selling process, so they know that is being handled without them having to have a daily or weekly involvement.
Okay.
And the rate for our weekly pool service is $99 for the month, for us to come out once a week and take care of the pool servicing needs. So that is probably the most cost-effective method to have your pool taken care of. And, but there's no obligation on any time frame on that. It can be for 1 month, 2 months, you know, depending on how long it takes to sell the house.
Okay, so if I sell their house in 2 weeks, then it'd just be prorated?
Yep,
Okay,
100% prorated.
awesome. Okay, now, but if they're, this is one thing you just mentioned to me a little while ago, is that $99 includes all the chemicals for
Right.
the most part, all right?
The chemicals that keep the pool balanced, the chlorine, the pH, alkalinity, cyanuric acid, all the balancing pool chemicals are included in that rate.
So if their pool's looking good right now, typically $100 would typically cover it. But if their pool's like totally green,
And you're looking at possibly some extra charges for some additional supplemental chemicals we would have to get just for their situation.
so are they paying more labor and material, or?
Not really, it's mostly just the product itself.
Okay,
But we would always get pre-authorization for any additional charges before we would proceed on anything, so there's no surprises
okay,
to them.
okay, awesome. Okay, so now we have all the sellers. Now I have a buyer. I have plenty of buyers that they just bought a pool. They bought a house with a pool, or they bought a pool with a house, depending on how you look at it. They have no idea, right? So me as an agent, I can kind of tell them, hey, you know, of course I have a sound filter. I don't have this. I don't know how that works, but I can show them kind of what this is. But I'm a realtor. I'm not a professional pool person, right? So I'm probably telling them a lot of, you know, I'm telling them what I do may not work for their pool, right?
Yeah.
So what can you do for them?
Okay. Similar offerings, but in a different sense. First of all, the new homeowner has the opportunity to take the pictures in their phone, bring me the water sample.
Okay.
And I will go over what we would do on our weekly service, and then they can have that option to do it themselves. A lot of new homeowners like to try to do it themselves, and I actually kind of encourage it from the standpoint of the pool equipment can be costly if it breaks or needs replaced. So it's always nice to know how your equipment operates and how everything is. Even if you do opt to hire us or somebody in the future, you have the knowledge to know what you're watching over, whether it's us or any other pool professional. It's nice to know. But we're always happy to come in and offer our weekly service right off the bat. A lot of new homeowners will take our services for the first month or two. We don't hold any secrets back. So if they're around, when we're there, we'll show them what we do, how we do it every step of the way. So when we're ready to pass the baton to them, they're ready to go.
Okay, sweet. And you have this paper here.
Excuse me.
I'll kind of show what you guys typically include in a. How do I get this all in one frame? There you go. So that's what they typically include in there. You know, that's their name, Val and Joe, right? I'll go slow. So there's that's what's typically included,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Okay, so the same thing with a buyer is they can come in with pictures, right? And for a buyer, I can see that being beneficial for a seller, right? But for a buyer, taking pictures, they probably don't even know what this is, right? They don't even know where it's at. They don't know where the like when you backwash, where's it going to, right?
Yeah.
So how do you take a picture of something you don't know, right?
That's where that other offering would come in for our service call, our $85 service call, what we call a system overview, which works great for a new homeowner. We'll teach them what they need to know about what kind of equipment they have, how to maintain it, how to be aware if an alarm goes off, what to do and how to handle it, all the way down to what kind of pool vacuum they have and how to watch over the wear and tear on that, as well as the process of testing your chemicals on a weekly basis. So
Okay.
pretty much a full training session.
Yeah, so I can totally see how, because on the seller side, I can see that they kind of know where the hose is at, the discharge hose, but a buyer has no idea, right? So I would probably personally discourage people from trying the first option, the free option with you. I would say definitely pay the $85, have you go out there to do that,
Yep.
or just have you go out there for a few months, right, for 3 months,
Yeah.
and you'll find out how amazing you guys are, and they'll stick with you, right?
Well, either or, we really don't mind we don't want anybody to feel uncomfortable about only having us for a few months. You know, because some folks would hesitate thinking that they're bound to hold on to us. We would love for
Sure.
them to, we would.
And-
But
and,
no hard feelings or no animosities. We're happy to pass it on. when
Now,
they're
do
ready.
you have clients that maybe just want to use you for the summertime, not the wintertime,
Yes.
or vice versa,
Yeah,
right?
and vice versa. Either way, whichever thing is more challenging for them, we have, it's like a no contract style of servicing we do, so.
So if I call you today is what's today, Thursday?
Yes,
If I call you right now, how soon can you start my service?
the following week.
The following week? And one thing, clients probably can't pick their days, right? Everybody's probably wants Friday. They want you out there
Well, they would all
Friday.
love to have Friday, although what I do is I have a routing program where I map their home and see which area they would be in and which designated day. So our men are in a certain neighborhood on a certain day of the week around
Okay.
Bakersfield.
All right. So who gets Friday? What area gets Friday?
They're predominantly in the northwest. is
Northwest. Friday gets Northwest. Okay. All right. Okay. So we talked about. I kind of feel like I maybe cheated you now because I feel kind of bad because you guys came out to my house and you didn't charge me anything. So I bought one of these. I bought one of those 2-speed pumps. I installed it myself, but I bought it here, and you guys went out there. You guys didn't charge me anything to make sure I was doing it right. So
When we can, we will do a courtesy. You know, we try when we can, especially if you've been a customer of ours and you've been working with us and buying stuff. We will always do our best, especially if you can hang out till we're happen to be in your neighborhood, because as I said.
yeah,
we're
exactly. That's
neighborhood,
exactly what you guys
so
did. Yeah, you guys were already out there. So boy, now I feel like I got $100 off my pool filter, right? Which you guys really do need one 2-speed filter if you guys don't have one, or pump. Sorry, pump. And actually, you do want to take a picture of that as well. You want to take a picture of your pump.
Yeah.
That's going to save you a ton of money on PG&E. Okay, so if you don't want to pay the $85, buy a new 2-speed pump and install it, and they'll come out. Boy,
Right.
you get $85 off your
Winner.
pool. Yeah, it's an expensive way to save $85, but you can. Okay, you guys sell all the chemicals here. I think we covered everything. So if you guys can, I encourage all my buyers or sellers, don't rely on just me telling, I could be totally wrong about what I think you should be doing in your pool. Call these guys, and they'll come out and they'll definitely do a much better job than I can. What's the best way to get a hold of you? Where's your card at?
Okay, there's our card. Let me pull it out so you can maybe shoot it on there. There's our phone number on there. Call anytime.
There you guys go. All right.
All right.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey
Thank you
guys,
very much.
well, I forgot to mention a couple of things. First of all, I was trying to remember what I forgot to do last time, but parts, right? So I just had I had I have this kind of filter, and my handle broke off because I'm a knucklehead, and it was actually that piece inside there. And I was talking to Val, and she was trying to tell me how to. She was trying to order this part for me, but the part that I have, I guess I have an old filter, and she wasn't sure about what part to get. So she actually, she has a bunch of extra parts, because you guys, if somebody wants to totally like upgrade or change from fresh to salt, or upgrade from a single speed pump to a 2-speed pump, you guys do all that, right?
Yep. Yeah.
So she has a bunch of extra parts. Whenever you have whenever she goes out to a job and they're replacing parts, upgrading systems, they actually keep a lot of these they're used in the back, right? So I was able to take. she brought me one that looked identical to mine. I was able to take it home and dismantle it, and I was able to salvage all these parts that I need for my filter, and the price was $0, right? So that's quite amazing. So I was able to get my pump, because this is, to buy the whole thing was like a couple $100, I think, you know, maybe at least 150 or so. So for her to do that, that was awesome, right? That's why, one of the reasons why I love dealing locally, because Costco certainly isn't going to do that, and Amazon isn't going to do that, right? So, so that's really cool, right? So, if you have a big part, maybe you have something that cracks, or you know, if you want to come on in here, obviously she does that for her loyal clients, to try to, you know, get continued business, right? So be kind with her when it comes to asking for those kind of parts. But that's really quite awesome. Another thing you were mentioning is repairing, because these, no matter what kind of vacuum cleaner thing you have, they have wearing parts, right? So they have wearing parts. If my vacuum isn't vacuuming, right?
Right, if your vacuum isn't working properly, if you bring it into our shop, for no charge for labor, we'll take the vacuum apart and assess all the parts inside. And if it needs any replacement parts, we just phone you up with the price of the part. And if you would like us to put it on, again, for the price of the part only, no labor charge at all. And if you don't really want to do it, it's no obligation anyway, but it is another one of those services that we offer here that we don't charge any labor for. We'll totally assess and repair your vacuum for the parts only.
That's pretty amazing. So that's another cool piece you guys have. So I think that's it. So those do wear out. Those do need to be fixed.
Yeah.
So you can get all your parts here. This time I think we're done. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you.